Netizens have criticised Prime Minister Lawrence Wong's May Day rally speech on 1st May, saying it felt more like a People's Action Party campaign event than a celebration of workers. The rally, which took place just days before the 3rd May polls, prompted accusations of politicising the occasion and blurring the lines between government and party. In his speech, Wong pledged that the PAP would continue working shoulder to shoulder with workers to build a better Singapore, regardless of the election outcome. He reassured around 1,600 union leaders and tripartite partners at Downtown East that the PAP would never disengage from the labour movement. Wong attributed Singapore's success to strong tripartite cooperation between the PAP government, the National Trades Union Congress, and business leaders. He described the relationship as one built on trust and collaboration rather than confrontation. "We do not fight with one another, but we fight together to secure better outcomes for every worker," he said. He rejected the idea of groupthink, asserting, "We do not agree all the time. I assure you there is no groupthink. If there is groupthink, Singapore would not be here today." Wong credited mutual respect among stakeholders for enabling sound decisions in the national interest. The Prime Minister also contrasted Singapore's union model with those of other countries, saying that local unions are partners in nation-building rather than adversaries. He highlighted how this partnership has helped keep unemployment low, wages growing, and citizens optimistic. Amid global uncertainties, Wong pointed to rising tensions between major powers like the US and China. He emphasized that navigating these challenges requires experienced leadership and strong international relationships. Please have a care for our country and for the well-being and livelihoods of every Singaporean," he said. Using a football analogy, Wong likened the government's leadership team to a starting 11, warning that the loss of 3 or 4 key ministers would weaken cabinet performance. "It's the same in any organisation, and it will be so in our next cabinet if we end up with such a loss," he explained. Wong also referred to the Ministry of Trade and Industry's revised growth forecast of 0 to 2% for 2025, warning that a full-blown recession could not be ruled out. "This is not just a short-term blip," he said, recalling how his early pandemic warnings had been dismissed as fear-mongering. Despite the election period, Wong stressed that the government remains focused on governance. He shared that he has been engaging global leaders to secure opportunities for Singapore, while Deputy Prime Minister and Trade and Industry Minister Gan Kim Yong has been strengthening trade ties and exploring new economic frameworks. Wong reaffirmed the government's foresight in implementing difficult but necessary tax changes to safeguard Singapore's fiscal future. These measures, he said, have enabled support for workers and better preparation for future challenges. While Budget 2025 is already extensive, he added that the government stands ready to do more if conditions worsen. He named Gan Kim Yong as the lead minister of a new task force on economic resilience, working alongside other cabinet members, Labour Chief Ng Chee Meng, and tripartite partners. Further details will be announced when plans are finalised. Wong also highlighted the PAP's long-standing alliance with the NTUC, strengthened through crises including the COVID-19 pandemic, during which he deepened his own ties with the labour movement. In a symbolic moment, Wong noted that it was exactly 1 year ago, at the same May Day rally, that then Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong announced the leadership transition to him. In closing, Wong appealed to Singaporeans to judge him and his team fairly at the ballot box. "Examine what we've done and how we've led," he urged, encouraging voters to support the PAP. If they believe it remains the best team to lead Singapore forward, he ended his speech with a rousing call: Majulah NTUC, Majulah PAP, Majulah Singapura. Across state social media platforms, many users expressed unease with what they saw as a politicised May Day rally. Many stated it felt more like a PAP event than a celebration of workers. One user commented that they expected Wong to subtly use the event as a rally for his party, while another called it PAP propaganda guised as a Labour Day message, adding, "Just yesterday, Lawrence Wong said we should have a fair election period. All just cheap words. Gutter politics at its best." Others criticised what they saw as fear-mongering and misuse of the NTUC platform. "No, you shouldn't be using the NTUC and Labour Day to propagate for your party, and continue with fear tactics," one user said. One netizen emphasised that Labour Day should never turn into an election rally. They argued that, even during an election period, the focus should remain on the tripartite relationship between the government. The commenter believed that as Prime Minister, Wong should be representing the government, not his party. Another user stressed that Labor Day should honor workers' dedication, raise awareness of workers' rights, and promote fair wages and better working conditions, values they felt were overshadowed. Several commenters questioned the NTUC's role in protecting Singaporean workers in the face of foreign competition. One netizen expressed frustration, arguing that if the union truly supported workers, Singaporeans wouldn't be losing well-paying jobs to foreigners. The user asked, "Where is the union when we need them the most?" Another netizen accused the PAP of pitting citizens against foreigners, stating, "Our graduates are struggling to find jobs, sending hundreds of applications in vain." Meanwhile, the PAP ignores the struggles. "It's time we give the PAP their fair share of competition in Parliament." A separate comment highlighted frustrations over platform work protections. Despite new regulations under the Platform Workers Act coming into force on 1 January 2025, the commenter claimed ground conditions had not improved. There are so many illegal food delivery riders and Malaysians competing with locals, leading to oversupply. 5 years ago, locals had to settle for food delivery jobs. Now, even those jobs are no longer secure. Many netizens took issue with Wong's warning that losing ministers in the election would harm Singapore's leadership continuity, arguing that such a statement reflected poorly on the PAP's bench strength. Another pointed out that ministries have continued functioning after opposition wins in the past. Have faith in your team. Don't second-guess their ability. They may surprise you. A good leader makes the best of what they have. No one is irreplaceable, said one. If key departures weaken your cabinet, then find people who can step up. Another added that effective governance requires diverse voices and accountability. An effective team includes opposition voices and checks and balances. No more blank checks for PAP.